Hello everyone, we are Electron Gold and today we'll be sharing with you our analysis of the northern spotted owl population in the Golden Gate National Recreation Area, California. The northern spotted owl is one of the most well-known species of owl that is found along the west coast of the United States, including Marin County in California. Due to habitat loss from timber logging of the old-growth forests, their populations have declined dramatically. The northern spotted owl was listed as a threatened species under the Endangered Species Act in 1990. Since then, a new threat to the spotted owl has emerged, this being the barred owl that is native to the eastern United States and has expanded its range westward. This has encroached on the northern spotted owl's range on the west coast. The barred owl is a larger, more aggressive, and thus a fierce competitor to the spotted owls, which have been the cause of their displacement and disruption of nesting. This has also caused competition over food and being killed for territory. In addition to this, increased traffic from roads and urban development disturbs the owls, which obviously prefer to be away from people. With deforestation and continued urbanization of the Bay Area, it is important to maintain these different habitats in order to control and restore the northern spotted owl populations. The objectives of this study, which essentially addresses our research problem, is to define more closely the potential cause of the decline in northern spotted owls and the current status of their population. As previously mentioned, there are a variety of factors that are causing this decline, but the goal of this is to narrow it down to what is the highest priority causes in order to help the environmental managers come up with recovery plans for the northern spotted owl. This could be done by mitigating encroachment of the barred owl as best possible, whilst considering the rates of canopy cover change and the rates of habitat loss from road fragmentation. Northern spotted owls typically reside in older forests with multi-layered canopies of various tree species. They also prefer open spaces among the lower branches to allow flight under the canopy. For this reason, we have chosen to focus on the redwood forests of Marin County, in particular, the Golden Gate National Recreation Area, Muir Woods National Monument, and Point Reyes National Seashore, as seen on this map. This area shows the southernmost tip of the owl's habitat, which is shrinking due to urban development and competition from the barred owl.
For our study, we used polygon and point layers to show the spotted and barred owl's habitats. Polygon vectors of the habitat ranges were overlaid, as were point layers of individual owl sightings. Raster layers of canopy cover were used to make a choropleth map to show canopy cover change over 14 years. We also made buffers around line vectors of roads to show the overlap between owl habitats and roads. By overlaying the owl range datasets, we saw an overlap in the ranges of the spotted and barred owls further up the California coast. However, no overlap was observed in our study area. This suggests that the northern spotted owl does not face competition from the barred owl and is not presently threatened by it, at least within Goga. While the range data has stayed the same over multiple updates over the years, it does show a need for further careful monitoring of the spread of the barred owl's expansion throughout the state. Contrary to the range dataset, the sightings reported in our iNaturalist reveal significant overlap between the two species. In many cases, two individuals were spotted at the same locations. While the site did have a small sample size, relying on data from people who are aware of iNaturalist and its features, the data we did obtain serves to reflect a more realistic extent of the barred owl's range and show its intrusion into Goga. While we expected to see a dramatic drop in canopy cover from 2001 to 2014, we instead saw a variety of gains and losses across the area over time. Some areas around owl habitats become more forested, and others became less so. We found that the majority of reported owl sightings had their habitats come within 100 meters of roads and trails. Since people are more likely to stick to the safety of a trail, it is not surprising that wildlife observations would occur there. Because the northern spotted owl prefers staying away from noise caused by humans, and because the development of roads can cause clearing of trees and habitat fragmentation, observations taken farther from roads will likely lead to more data.
In conclusion, while our research and analysis did not show any clearly visible immediate threats to the northern spotted owl, it did shed light on potential stresses that might impact the success of the population within the Goga study area. Public anecdotes highlight the invasion of barred owls, increasing competition, and straining territory and food resources. we see few areas within their habitat that have not been impacted by roads, and the increased noise and chance of disturbance is likely to make many potential nesting areas less suitable. Finally, the amount of lush canopy cover, while not at risk of severe deforestation, has shown shifts as cover has been redistributed. More detailed monitoring of canopy cover changes and separating the habitat range into smaller subregions can prove instrumental in tracking the health of the forest that the spotted owl calls home. Specific regions can be targeted for conservation efforts, such as population control for barred owls, regulating urban development, and forest restoration. Our group would like to thank the GIS professors for their support and guidance throughout the duration of this project, and thank you all for listening today.